We will be frequently using Excel ribbon almost every single time we work with Excel. This highlighted area right here is referred to as Excel ribbon. It is constituted of these main tabs and it can be further customized if required. Do we need to customize it? Not really. Do we need to add more tabs? We can add more tabs as per our needs. For now, let's just focus on each of these individual tabs and some of the key functions we will use often. Let's start with our Home tab. Home is one of the most important tab and it provides us with a lot of formatting and other options. We will learn and use these options throughout the course. The cut option here allows me to cut the values from a cell and paste it in a different cell. So whatever value is being cut is highlighted like this. And if I want to go ahead and paste it in a different cell, I simply have to click on another cell and choose the paste option. If instead of cutting, I want to copy the value to a different cell, I can simply click on copy and I can go ahead and select another cell where I can go ahead and paste it. Even for pasting, we have a set of different options. 3 or 4 out of these are more important and we will discuss them as we proceed in this course. So I can click paste and the value will be pasted here. On this side, we have the formatting option. If I want, I can change the font of a particular cell. So here instead of Calibri, I'm going to change it to Algerian and I'm going to change the size from 11 to 20. I can also use these options to change the size quickly. This is for increasing the font size and this is for decreasing the font size. I can make the text bold, italic and underlined as well. And if I want to go ahead and fill it with a color, I can do that as well. Also, if you want to change the color of the text, you can do that using the font color option. On the left hand side, we have the format painter option. If I want to copy the format of this cell to another cell, I can simply click on format painter and choose destination cell where I want to change the formatting. I can click on that and the same format will be replicated. If I don't want this change, if I want to undo it, I can simply click here and it will undo the last change. I can go ahead and make my content of this cell center, or I can make it right, or I can make it left. Let's discuss a concept that you will be using a lot in this course and in your job as well, which is data types. So here we have a sheet that has 5 columns and a few rows. Now usually a column will store values which are similar in nature. For example, the date column has all date values. ID column has all integer values. The amount column has all values in dollars and the target column has values in percentage. Now Excel by default is not recognizing that the ID column is a number or an integer. We can change that from here. For date, amount and target, it is by default recognizing that these are dates, currency and percentages. Also, I don't want decimals in my ID column. So I can simply click on top of that column and I can go ahead and look at these two options. So this is going to increase the decimal point, but that is not what we want. So we can click here and reduce the decimal points to 0. Now we have actual integer values. If we want, we can go ahead and change our inventory as well. We will add a comma. So here you see the comma is added, and if we want, we can increase the decimal values or we can reduce them as well. Now let's quickly discuss conditional formatting, and we are going to discuss this in detail at a later stage when we build our reports and dashboards. We have a sheet here that shows scores by different students. We can highlight the people who scored the most. We click on conditional formatting, go to top bottom rules and then select the top percentage. the top 10% values will be highlighted. We can change the color, we can change the percentage, and a lot more. If we want, we can clear the conditional formatting using the Clear Rules option. The next option in Home tab allows our data to be formatted as a table. If we select our data and click on Format as Table, it will provide us the various looks we can choose from. Upon selecting one, it will check if our table has headers. In our case, we do have the headers, student and score. So student and score are the header and the rest is our data. You see, as soon as I clicked, it presented me with a table design tab which was not there earlier. I can reformat my table, give it a different name, add totals and a bunch of other stuff. We will learn all of this in our course. The next option allows us to change the style of the cell. We can insert rows, columns or sheet using our insert option. And we can delete rows, columns or sheets using the delete option. AutoSum is another interesting feature. If I click on a cell and I click AutoSum, it will automatically try to sum the cells next to it. Here our listing is alphabetically sorted by student name. If we want, we can sort it by score as well. If we have a huge sheet of data and we want to search something, we can click on Find and write the value we are looking for. We have shortcuts for almost everything in Excel. We will slowly learn all the important ones and we will use them in our course. The last part of Home tab is one of the more interesting ones. Here we have a small sales data in our Excel sheet. We can select this data and click on Analyze Data, and it will give us some interesting insights about our data. Also, we can write questions about our data in plain English language and it will prepare our data accordingly. For example, we can write region-wise amount and it will show us region-wise amount. We can specify year-on-year sales and it will show us amount for all 3 years. Pretty cool, right? We will learn to create all of this in our upcoming videos. Let's talk about fill. In the past, I have used fill a lot to generate series for my test data. For example, if we click here and then we click series, instead of rows, we choose columns and we specify the end value as 1000. It will generate a series from 1 to 1000. The clear option allows to clear formatting, contents, notes and comments. For example, if we change the color as red and then we click on clear format, it will clear the format. If we click on clear content, it will clear the content. And finally, the format option allows us to format our rows and columns. We can hide or unhide rows and columns, and we can protect our sheet with a password so that only authorized users can access our data. We will use all these options in our future videos.